I'm right here at the magnificent stadium of the Bradford Bulls in Odsal, Bradford. Now I'm going to bring you a short series of videos along with the ones I normally do, and this series is concentrated on the players that played for Bradford Northern, which is now known as Bradford Bulls, and also who fought in the First World War. I'm going to meet Graham Swain shortly. He's a local grave digger and grave restorer, and plus John Downs, who's a heritage officer for this stadium. And Graham will take you abroad to France, Italy, etc., and try to locate the resting places of the former players of Bradford Northern and pay their respects. And I can't shoot this video without saying thank you to Nigel Wood and Jason Hurst, who is the CEO of Bradford Bulls. They send their blessings and giving us the opportunity to shoot this series. Thanks for watching, but please do share, like and subscribe to the channel, because it really will help push this video out to a new audience. Welcome, John.
Oh, welcome to the Bulls.
First time on this channel. So what our viewers would like to know, what is the background to Bradford Bulls? How did it originate?
Right, well, Bradford Bulls originated way back in 1863 with some schoolboys, the sons of wool merchants, were at school near York at Bultham School. And it grew from there. Lots of different, bit of a nomadic existence to begin with. But eventually we ended up here at Odsal in 1934. So the stadium is 90 years old this year.
Okay. So what we'll do is, in each episode of this series, we'll take you to a different key location of the stadium, and it'll spice it up really, you know what I mean? And but today we've just got a panoramic shot of the stadium, and it's a massive place actually if you actually come here.
It is tremendously great stadium. And do you know, there was once a crowd here of 102,569 people at this stadium.
Right.
And they did say there were a lot more there than that.
Right. So let's meet Graham Swain, who's actually he's put a lot of hard work in this as well, and he went abroad to find the resting places of the Bradford Northern players and who fought in the military in the First World War. And he's right there. Come on down. Now, before I start, I was quite skeptic about Graham, because as you know, this guy drives really heavy commercial vehicles. His hands are like shovels, and I thought, if I give this guy a camera, will he be delicate with it? But I'm really surprised with his film, or videos should I say, so just hang around, we'll put that clip up shortly. So Graham, what were the challenges?
The challenges were time. It took us a long time to go around, you know, it wasn't in line. When we went to Menheim Gate, the Menheim Gate were closed, so that were disappointing, very disappointing.
Right, okay. And how did you feel when he actually located some of the graves?
So obviously the Pattison grave were very emotional, because we'd put all the effort into the restoring the grave in, or the parents' grave in Hurstwood. Yeah. So on top of that, it wasn't in a war grave cemetery. It was in a communal cemetery. So that were a bit pony and that.
No, thanks for that. The Pattison video will be out sometime next month, and it's a remarkable restoration of the grave, and it's such a sad story that's attached to it. But Graham, I would really appreciate you going all the way across to France and Italy to retrieve these graves, because you're the man with the experience. There's no way either myself or John could find graves in the middle of nowhere.
The hardest one was the one in Italy. You know, it was something like 4 hours from where we were staying in Venice. We were just told it was in Venice, and then when we got out of the train station, it was another hour in a taxi, and then when we got there, it was in the middle of nowhere. So it was quite a difficult one with that.
Right, okay. So the next clip is about Harry Basil Gray. He played for the Bradford Northerns. So this is the first grave that Graham visited. Thanks very much, Graham.
Thank you. So we're here in Northern Italy and we're here to find a grave of Harry Basil Ray, who died during the First World War and who was a player for Bradford Northern. We have 2 train journeys to find a grave. Here we are at Taizé British War Cemetery. Harry Basil Ray was born in Moulton, North Yorkshire in 1887. Little is known about Harry's early life, but it is known that he joined the army, and in 1911 the census return showed him in India, aged 25, serving as a corporal with the West Yorkshire Regiment. It is known that after leaving the army, sometimes prior to March 1914, Harry played for Orton Rugby Union Club, and that on March the 4th, 1914, Harry signed for Bradford Northern. He, as his military requirements allowed, played 13 games for Bradford in the second row in 2 non-consecutive seasons. These were 1916-17 and 1914-15. What, 3, 4, 4. So it must be over here. Must be this one here. This is the one. Got it.
Harold Ray, DCM.
So this is where Harold's buried. He's in plot 2, row B, in grave number 3. And there he is, Harold Basil Ray, Sergeant Major, died on the 29th of October 1918. Go all the way up it slowly. Harold Basil Ray, he played for the Bradford Northern. He played 13 times during the war. He was Sergeant Major. Harry Basil Ray, I take my hat off for you. What's the date today? 2nd May?
2nd of May.
So we've just arrived at the Schoolmoor Cemetery, and with me I've got Graham, who is searching for the wife of Harry.
Harry's wife, Eliza Dorothy Ray, is buried in grave number 1539, section 5. So we know that this is section 5, 1535. This is 1536. This is 1537, 38. So Dorothy Ray is buried in here. No headstone, no memorial at all. They had a son called John who died in 2002, but he's not buried in Bradford.
Any reason why there's no headstone, Graham?
Probably maybe couldn't even afford an headstone.
It's a shame how war separates families, and this is a fine example.
Absolutely. She died in 1969, and she may have died, you know, they may not have had enough money to put a headstone on. Obviously, the issues was she were probably a single mother bringing up John, who died in 2002.